Grand Rising in Islam. Happy Holy Day. Ramadan Kareem to everyone out there in observance. I want to read chapter 3 of the Moorish Holy Quran. Elihu's lesson, the unity of life. Again, Elihu met his pupils in the sacred grove and said, "No man live unto himself, for every living thing is bound by cords to every other living thing. Blessed are the pure in heart, for they will love and not demand love in return. They would not do to other men what they would have not other men do unto them. There are two selves, the higher and lower self. The higher self is human spirit clothed with soul, made in the form of Allah. The lower self, the carnal self, the body of desires, is a reflection of the higher self, distorted by the murky ethers of the flesh. The lower self is an illusion and will pass away. The higher self is Allah and man and will not pass away. The higher self is the embodiment of truth. The lower self is truth reversed, and so is falsehood manifest. The higher self is justice, mercy, love, and right. The lower self is what the higher self is not. The lower self breeds hatred, slander, lewdness, murders, theft, and everything that harms. The higher self is the mother of virtues and the harmonies of life. The lower self is rich in promises, but poor in blessedness and peace. It offers pleasure, joy, and satisfying gain, but gives unrest, misery, and death. It gives men apples that are lovely to the eye and pleasant to the smell. Their cores are full of bitterness and gall. If you would ask without study, I would say yourselves. And you will have studied them, and then would ask me what to study next, I would reply yourselves. He who knows well his lower self knows the illusions of the world, knows of the things that will pass away. And he knows his higher self, knows Allah, knows well the things that cannot pass away. Thrice blessed is the man who has made purity and love his very own, and he has been ransomed from the perils of the lower self and is himself his higher self. Men seek salvation from an evil that deem a living monster of the netherworld, and they have gods that are but demons in disguise, all powerful, yet full of jealousy and hate and lust, whose favors must be bought with costly sacrifice of fruits in the lives of birds and animals and humankind. And yet these gods possess no ears to hear, no eyes to see, no heart to sympathize, no power to save. This evil is a myth. These gods are made of air and clothed with shadows of a thought. The only devil from which man must be redeemed is self, the lower self. If man will find his devil, he must look within. His name is self. If man will find his savior, he must look within. And when the demon self has been dethroned, the savior love will be exalted to the throne of power. The David of light is purity, who slays the strong Goliath of the dark and seats the savior love upon the throne. And I wanted to read that today because it's very imperative that we take on that inner journey and realize that it's all about the inner world. Anytime we're seeking things outside of ourselves, we're just going away from the truth. A lot of things that was mentioned in that chapter, we see commonly on the journey to success. As men, we got to learn to be selective and stop looking at the shells. It gives you, it's pleasant to the eye and the smell, but the core is full of bitterness and gall. So when you're looking at, baddies or whatever like that, looking at that outer shell and not really knowing if that woman that you might be lusting over has already done that shadow work. All right, so y'all keep that in mind. Stay focused. Again, happy holy day to the Muslims. Islam.